Hey everybody, Anthony here, SpecialtyMotorcars.net. Got a real unique piece to bring you today. If you tuned in last week and you saw my video of me purchasing and giving my father a 2011 Cadillac DTS for his 68th birthday, you may have seen this one peeking in the driveway. This was his previous car that I bought him about 4 years ago for his 64th birthday, excuse me. This is a 2007 Cadillac DTS. It's a level 3 package on the luxury scale, which is kind of high up there. It's got a lot of great features. I'll go over those when I get on the interior. But it's also got an aftermarket vintage edition kit from E&G Classics. As you can see, it's not your normal, typical run-of-the-mills DTS. This car is pretty heavily trimmed out with aftermarket accessories. I know some people don't like that look. I like it. My father loves it. And there's a lot of people that do. The Vogue tires, the gold trim, all that stuff. It's super hard to find. All this stuff is pretty much discontinued and obsolete today. But this car has got eyes, that just grab your attention with the black paint and all the gold trimmings and the vintage emblems. So this car has been my dad's for the last 4 years. He's put 24,000 miles on it. I gave it to him with 50,000 miles. The car came out of Fort Worth, Texas, previous to him having it. And in that time, he's put very little miles on it, mostly driving it around locally. Didn't really take it on very many long trips. Would always take my mother's car. But now that he's got a DTS with 2,000 miles, hopefully he puts some more miles on him. But he's a local driver. But you can see all the trimmings on this car. It's got the E&G grille. It's got the E&G, actually this may be Cadillac, I'm not sure. Aftermarket hood ornament or accessory hood ornament. Also in gold. You can see here it's got the Vogue tires and the wheel well trim. That's made by E&G Classics as well. You cannot buy that today anymore. It's a very thin, very well fitted trim. On all 4 wheels, stainless rocker trim. You can still buy that stuff today. I also put these on, these gold accents on the door locks. Got the Vogue tires in the back, the vintage edition emblem on the roof, all the gold snaps for the buttons, across the deck lid. Followed up with the vintage edition emblem on the quarters, both quarters. You bring it around here. Another vintage edition emblem, and then on the deck lid there. So the car is trimmed out. All that stuff is obsolete. You can't get that stuff anymore. It does have a nice painted pinstripe down both sides of the car. It's kind of cool here. They put a little Cadillac emblem, just starting to wear off. But it's a very beautiful car. I'm going to be listing this car for sale. This car, like I said, has been my father's car for the last few years. It's going to make somebody a great car. If you are interested in this car, please watch the entire video. I'm going to go through this car in its entirety, point out some flaws, and then give you a rundown on this car. So please watch the whole video. I really appreciate it. I put the Vogue tires on this car when I gave it to him 24,000 miles ago. 2 of them were replaced, I think, last year. So 2 of them are slightly newer than the others. I believe the older ones are on the back of the car now. The cloth top on this car is in nice shape. There's no tears. There's some discoloration. And in some spots, it's a little loose where like the material has loosened up. But it shows very well. This here is kind of weird. It's like a screw that's backing itself out. It's been like that since I gave him the car. It hasn't gotten any worse, hasn't gotten any better. But what it is, it's a screw underneath holding that shell onto the roof of the car, and it just backed itself out. The body of the car is in really nice shape. Other than, minor nicks or scratches here and there, the paint is in really nice shape. It's got a beautiful deep gloss to it. One thing that just recently happened with this car, you can see here the driver's side mirror has kind of discolored a little bit. It's got power folding mirrors and stuff like that, but just the glass, the auto dimming glass, has started to discolor. And then this wheel here, you can see right on the bottom there, kind of caught a little curb mark there. Aside from that, the wheels are in nice shape. The trim is in nice shape. Everything's there. You can see here the beautiful black paint on this car. Shines very nicely. I'm going to flip it around, show you the other side of the car, and then bring it to the interior. All right, I'll show you the passenger side now of this beautiful 2007 Cadillac DTS. Car's got 74,000 original miles on the car. My father's put the last 24,000 on it. So the car was a one-owner car before I bought it for my father. It was sold new at Frank Kent Cadillac in Fort Worth, Texas. It was religiously serviced there as well. I bought this car, however, not from the previous owner, but the previous owner's insurance company. One thing I do want to disclose on this car is it has a reconstructed title. I bought this car damaged from the insurance company. The woman who had this car, no word of a lie, hit a building with it, for lack of better description. She drove it up and just tapped the front of a building. Really didn't do tons of damage, but the insurance company wrote it off as a total loss, and I purchased the car that way, and I repaired the car. The only paint work that I did on this car, and I'm going to point it all out to you, was the front bumper cover. The car was kind of hit right here, right in this right front area. I had to replace the headlight, this parking light, the front bumper cover, the rebar behind it. The grille, you can see, was the original grille. Didn't have to touch the hood, didn't touch the fender. All the beautiful painted pinstripe is original. This fender was untouched. The original chrome trim around the wheel well is still there. It was very light damage, but the insurance company did declare it a total loss, and I bought it from the insurance company, fixed it with GM parts, and like I said, my father's been driving it since. The end of the video, I'll include some pictures of this car when I bought it. You can see the damage. I'm trying to be as transparent as I can of when I purchased the car and throughout me fixing the car. The car drives beautiful. It drives nice and straight down the road. And my father's had a lot of looks and a lot of fun with this car in the time we had it. So that's just me trying to be as transparent, like I said, as possible. I'll just show you some other close-ups. It's got the same beautiful stripe down the side, the gold emblems. You can see the top here. Vogue tires. It's a beautiful car. You can see in the back, the rear sunscreen is up. The bumpers are in nice shape. It's got the front and rear parking sensors. That was another thing that I had to replace, was one of the parking sensors, and then the wiring harness that goes in the bumper, that goes in the bumper, that connects the sensors, that was damaged as well. Yeah, but you can see here all the lines on the car. Absolutely beautiful. Reuse the original grille. And like I said, I'll show you the pictures of the car towards the end of the video after I do the interior shots. But I'm going to spin it around. I'll show you the interior under the hood and in the trunk. All right, going to show you the inside of the car here, show you some of the features that this 2007 DTS Luxury 3 package comes with. So you can see here on the door panel, you get the heated and cooled front seats, memory seats with the easy exit feature, power door locks, power windows, power mirrors with power folding feature, and then the Bose insignia. You can see right there on the bottom of the door speaker. Beautiful black interior. This is a triple black car. It has the massaging seat feature. You can see a little tear right there on the side bolster. But aside from that, other than normal wear, the seats and the upholstery are in nice shape. It's got the wood steering wheel as well with the power tilt and telescoping feature. You can see here some of the buttons and controls. That's the control there for the tilt and telescoping wheel. You can see a little bit of wear on the side of this on the side of the steering wheel here. The other side is in nice shape. Gonna bring it around to the back seat. The back seat on these level 3 cars also have a lumbar adjustment. Also has heated rear seat functions. Little ashtray there, power window switch. You can see here the interior is in nice shape. Very clean back here. My father had very rarely had anybody in the back seat. This car is really just him and my mother driving around. Let me bring it around to the other side here. While I got you in the back, I'll show you the trunk. See here all 4 floor mats. Nice and clean, very clean and presentable. My father actually had rubber floor mats over the original floor mats. I think that's what kept them so nice. You can see here in the back. Similar heated seat function, and then the power lumbar. And in the middle has controls for the rear heat and defrost. The level 3 cars also mostly had the rear power sunshade that's controlled up front. And then you can see here in the headliner, kind of like in the old Cadillacs, it had the rear vanity mirrors as well. See here the heated seat function, air conditioned seat as well. My father loves the heated seats in these cars. Just freshly detailed. You can see here it also has a vintage edition emblem on the dashboard. All the wood trim. Dashboard is in nice shape. Center console that opens up. Passenger seat with the massaging feature. I believe just right here in the middle, you can see some cracks in the wood. Aside from that, everything's in really nice shape in here. Bring it back around to the driver's side and I'll start it up for you and show you the dash all lit up. All right, I'm going to start the 2007 DTS up. This car doesn't have any warning lights or any kind of, obviously other than an open hood. No suspension codes, no tire monitor lights, nothing. My dad is like wicked crazy about that kind of stuff. Hates lights flashing in his face. So this car, anytime, like I think a few times we had to put tire monitor sensors in it and stuff like that. We've always had it taken care of. Another neat thing that this car has is a heated steering wheel. My father does love that as well. Bose sound system with navigation, also XM radio, which he has subscribed to this car. Don't know how much longer it'll be active. You can see up here, this is the monitor for the front, not impact sensors, but parking sensors. It's also got auto high beam. And then this is the button here for the rear sunshade in the back. Pretty cool. Bring it around outside here. North Star V8. Everybody's heard of them. Everybody's had an opinion about them. All these DTSs came with them. So if you like these cars, you really don't have a choice at all. It's either drive one or don't drive one. Post 2003, Cadillac remedied the situation that they had with those cars with the head gasket issues. So it's never been a fear of mine. This car also is very dry underneath, doesn't leak any oil. The car came from Texas, so it's super clean underneath. And I tried to be as upfront and apparent as I could. So I just want to let everybody know one more time that the car does have a reconstructed title. It's transferable to any state. It's already been state inspected by the state of Massachusetts to be safe to be driven on the road again. If anybody is in Massachusetts and has had a car inspected before, they'll know how difficult it is to get a salvage vehicle inspected in this state. They go through a very rigorous inspection process. So I appreciate everybody tuning in. This car is available. $59.95 is the price for this car. If you have any questions, you can call me, text me anytime, 978-930-1004. Definitely hit the subscribe button if you like what you see, if you like some of my past videos. And when these cars get sold, I just want to leave a note in there at the end. I update the description below to show the car as sold. I'll remove the price. I do that to all my videos just so everybody knows. Again, I appreciate all the love and support. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll talk to you soon. Here you can see some of the pictures of the car when I bought it. You can see the damage to the front end on the passenger side. I replaced the headlight assembly on that passenger side, new bumper cover, along with a distant sensor, and then the fog light. The hood, the fenders, all the paint on the hood and fenders, all original, untouched. The only part that I painted was the front bumper. Also replaced the aluminum bumper brace behind the bumper cover. But everything you see here is as I bought the car, and since then we put new Vogue tires on it. Those tires were replaced when I gave him the car at 50,000 miles. There you can see the front bumper cover painted off the car, totally stripped down. We reassembled it. We did replace that aluminum bumper support you can see in the picture there. And then this was the day I gave it to my father 4 years ago, sitting in the driveway. He was quite excited, and a custom plate that has been transferred from every one of his cars.